Hi, and welcome to another episode of Following the Back of Eyeshadow Palettes. Though this week is going to be a bit different. It's not the back of the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be following, but rather this insert that came with it. I'm doing the Too Faced Gingerbread Spice. I was going to do the Too Faced chocolate bars because I realized I need to start doing my Too Faced because I have a lot of that, and I'm sure you don't want like 6 videos of Too Faced at the end. But there's a reason I haven't, and that's to do with I didn't have 2 days in a row to film, and also I need to obtain some other things to do 2 of those. So I'm going to start with the gingerbread spice because I have it and it's here, and the weather's starting to cool down, so I'm feeling wintry. I live in Australia, so my seasons are opposite to the northern hemisphere. Just quickly, the foundation I'm wearing, I've noticed in some of the videos I get a bit of a line. It color matches me sometimes. Normally when I'm outside more, it color matches me because I get more of a pink hue. I haven't been outside for a while. I keep using it though because I have so much of that color, and I might as well use that one for these videos instead of the ones I have less of. So it's not too bad, but there is a little bit of a line you may see. We're just gonna live with that, okay? So to start with, we're going to do Hotty Toddy, which is this one here. So step 1 is apply powdered sugar from crease to brow bone. So let me just put this down. Did figure out I could balance it there. So powdered sugar is this top one. I'm using this brush because it's powdered sugar is a safe color, and I've only had basically dupes for powdered sugar. So it wants it from crease to brow bone. So basically how I do it to avoid stamping my eyeshadow is where it wants this. Blend Oh Snap into the crease is step 2, and Oh Snap, okay, is that one. It's got a bit of a glitter to it, but it'll be interesting to see. Well, it says blend into the crease. So I think I'll use my blendy brush. I don't know how much this affects the camera. I guess after this video, when I start editing it, I will see. And if I need to like change the angle of the camera to do it, I'll do that next video. But this makes doing this eye so much easier and less awkward and terrible and horrible and unpleasant. So hopefully I'll get a more even eyeshadow, which is what I was really struggling with in those other videos, because I had to like hold the palette and the eyeshadow and it just wasn't working. So I'm just going to buff it out a bit. That is so gross. I'm just gonna go back in with this, I think, and just kind of buff the two together. I normally don't use this brush as a buffy brush, but for this it's kind of doing the job. Can I just say how nice it is to be using Too Faced eyeshadows compared to especially the Maybelline ones. These ones just behave so much nicer. They're so nice and creamy and good to blend with, and it's just good. Okay, so that's Oh Snap blended into my crease. That just looks good. That just looks good. Smoke Hot Toddy into the outer crease and smudge into lower lash line. So Hot Toddy, where's Hot Toddy? No, Hot Toddy's this burgundy. So it wants it out here and underneath. Oh, that's pretty. Please ignore the cat. She wants to be let into a room where the food bag is so she can eat more food. She's been fed today, twice. She does not need any more food. So to the outer crease and smudge into the lower lash line. So that's Hot Toddy. I did look at the picture and it's clearly like in through here as well. So that is right to sort of bring it in a bit. I don't know if they're super even, but maybe this will help. Nope. They're okay. We're just gonna go with that. So that was Hot Toddy into the like outer crease. Really like stains the brush, which is a bit surprising because it's a very glittery thing, a glittery shade, and you don't expect there to be that much like powdered pigment on it, but it is quite pigmented. It'll be interesting to see the others are similar. Pressed spiced rum onto the lid. So that might be so spiced rum is this brown shade at the bottom. I think I'm going to use this brush again. The other side of it. Oh, that's like almost, that's a loose glitter. Almost. It just says press it on. So that's spiced rum added. I'm just going to quickly, because this is a bit fallouty, so I'm just going to quickly dust it off with this brush. It's giving me free highlight again. I think I would suggest if you were doing this to do like a powder catch or something, or do your eyes first before the rest of your face, because it is just the glitters from these shadows are definitely falling down onto my face. And like, I'm not mad about that, but it does do that. So if you don't want it to do that, you'll want something there to stop it. Finally, highlight inner corner with Frostbite Me. So Frostbite Me is this. Oh, I love this shade. As you can see, I've already gone into it a few times myself because it is so beyond gorgeous. It is just so pretty. This is a lipstick brush that I have a feeling it's not going to continue working as a lipstick brush because I don't like, oh my gosh, look at that. I love Frostbite Me. And it's just put it on the inner corner. I will say about Frostbite Me is it's basically, I think, just like pressed glitter. There is no pigment to it whatsoever. It's just these tiny little glitter flakes, which is why you end up using so much when you use it, because you just pick up, you sort of have to pick up a bit and it goes everywhere. I already have it on the skirt I'm wearing now. You just, I've used it as like a topper to an eyeshadow before and that looked stunning. So I'm just going to bring it in a little bit over the top of spiced rum, even though that doesn't say to do that, just because it looks really good. Creates this gorgeous snowflake effect. I really do love it. So that is the completed look. I'll get the phone so you can see it on the phone. Okay, so this is the look on the phone. As you can see, it's really sparkly, but very gorgeous. I really like it. And can maybe see how Frostbite Me is kind of snowflakey. It just overall is a nice look. So I think I'm going to count that as a win. I don't know if it looks exactly the same as what this picture shows, but I think that's just because of my hoods. I mean, I have to put blending colors, did I just poke that? A bit higher than a person without as hooded of an eyes does. It is a very pretty look though. Sorry, I'm looking in that mirror over there. It is a very pretty look though. I do very much like it. And I'm a bit bummed I have to wipe it off. But I do, because that's the rules of this. Okay, so I took it all off, and I had to take it all off down here as well, and reapplied everything. Might be a little bit reactory down here, because I've layered stuff, but that's okay. I still have glitter all down here. I don't know if that camera can catch it, but I do. But we're going to move on 2. I think Spice is Nice I will do next, which is this look right here. And it starts with sweep, look at my cookie, from lash line to brow bone. And it's saying like in there. So not right up to the top. So look at my cookie is this one. And it's saying sweep that from lash line to brow bone. See, the picture has in this beautiful triangle. It doesn't say to do that though. But we can try. Again, I'm going to just go in with powdered sugar to stop the stamp effect. It doesn't say to do that, but I need it because I have really hooded eyes. Okay, that is step 1 done. I really need this light today. For some reason this one's casting weird shadows. I don't know if it's because it's particularly long so it keeps blocking my camera. But it does. It's really good I brought this other light into the picture. Blend gumdrop into the crease. It almost looks different to... Okay. Sorry, I just read further on. But blend gumdrop into the crease. So gumdrop is the pink. So blend that into the crease. I think I will use this to do that. Oh, that's pretty. Like right along the crease. Doesn't look like it's right along the crease, but okay. So that's gumdrop blended into the crease and down into here a bit. Because the picture shows it down into there a bit, so I just did that for it. Smudge Spice is Nice and Figgy Pudding into the lower lash line. So Spice is Nice. Spice is Nice. Oh, so Spice is Nice and Figgy Pudding into the lower lash line. So how... In this picture, it almost looks like they did Spice is Nice right in and then they blended it out with, sorry, they did Figgy Pudding, which is the purpley shade. So they did Figgy Pudding right along the lash line and then Spice is Nice to buff it out. It doesn't say to do that. It says to kind of apply them to your lower lash line. But I think I might do that because I think I'm less and less just following the words and more, well, this one has a picture, so I suppose there is a bit like you can probably surmise what it actually means by the picture and follow that. Maybe I just want to make these look pretty. Who knows? That by itself is almost a very pretty look. But now we're going to get Figgy Pudding, or is it Spice is Nice? No, I used Figgy Pudding there. I'm going to use Spice is Nice to sort of blend that. I think I'm just going to keep using this brush for that because it's a very nice tight brush and they're kind of blending them out anyway, so it doesn't super matter if they combine. I think in hindsight maybe I should have done Spice is Nice first and then blended Figgy Pudding into it, but we're moving on. It's sort of vague, those instructions, so this is what you end up with if you don't super know what it is. So the final instruction, I need setting spray. The final instruction is create an ombre winged liner with Spice is Nice and gumdrop. So Spice is Nice and Gumdrop. You need to create an Ombre Wings liner. I need a setting spray. I return with my setting spray. I'm just looking at my brushes to see if there's a better one than this, but I don't think there is a better one. What happens when I wet you? Because this is, you sometimes get cheap packs, these like eyeliner brushes, but their bristles are just, okay, so I can kind of make a point with you. Now, the question of the hour is if I put this point, it immediately splits. Don't know if you can see that. 2 lines. Go that way. I'm just trying to see what brush would be the best option for this. Okay, so I might use that one. I'm also, okay, so we might just try with this one, and if not, I'll go to this one. This isn't necessarily an instructions problem, but rather I don't really use liquid eyeliners that require these brushes, so I have never bothered to buy a good one. Let's see. So it's Spice is Nice and Gumdrop. So Spice is Nice and Gumdrop. And you're creating an Ombre Wings liner. Yep. Yep, that sure is a thing you're gonna do. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna put that behind the camera. Maybe. And then in this mirror. We'll see. Okay, so that's that. This brush. To do that, you had to use a lot of setting spray to keep them as very pigmented as you needed to really get that nice winged look like what is in this picture. It's doable. I feel like I need to blend the crease a bit more now. It does say to blend it in. And I don't know if that's just because my hoods have now made that center bit more pigmented, or if because of this liner, this center bit now looks too heavy. But yeah, I just feel like I need to buff that a bit more with this other color. Okay, I'll get the camera and I will show you what it looks like on the phone camera. So this is it on the phone camera. You can't really see the wings even on this. You can kind of see this side's wing. This side just does not want to show the wing. The wing is there, I promise you. The lighting just doesn't want to show it. Same with that like orange down there. It's okay. I don't think this is, I definitely preferred the first look over this one, but it's okay. Yeah, it's okay. I'm going to, I think, reapply this lipstick because it looks like it's starting to wear off. Yeah, a bit. And take all this eye makeup off. So I'll be right back. Okay, so that's reset. Although just quickly before I keep going, I want to say, so I have to use eye makeup remover to get it all off and then I reapply everything. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's like here, there's places where the foundation isn't sticking again because of the eye makeup remover. For these videos, they don't super matter because I end up washing it all off fairly soon afterwards, or at least nobody sees it. But this is why I don't use eye makeup remover to clean up eye looks, because it just can affect whatever you put on top of it or the line where it starts eating into the other stuff you want to keep. And I don't want that on the eye makeup I just did or the foundation I put like here. So that's why I don't do it, because yeah, the eye makeup remover will just keep eating. I'm put primer on. So I put the eye primer on this time, and so it's time for the third look, which is warm and toasty. Now I have lipstick on my lips. Eye teeth. Fun. I feel like I should defend this lipstick. I had to reapply it because before I started filming, I had a brief snack break because the neighbors were being loud, and they're being loud again now. You can hear their children. So like I kind of worn it off, but it was close enough that I thought I could get the filming done, and then I realized that no, it would worn off too much. So it wasn't that the lipstick's bad, it's just that I had 8. Anyway, so step 1 of warm and toasty is apply Sugar Daddy from lash line to brow, so just everywhere. So Sugar Daddy is this pink shade. I need a, please ignore that. I need a new brush to do that. This will do it because I have to put it everywhere. Lash line to brow, yeah. So just Sugar Daddy with this brush, lash line to brow. Let's go. So that's a very pretty shade, I have to say. And it isn't, I thought it might be a bit too pink to go right up to the eyebrow, but it is not too pigmented at all. That is very pretty. This brush is, that's fine. I have got my favorite one, which is this, which doesn't do that as much. And this one cost me less. Hello, my princess. The cat has awoken and is now, looks like she's gonna go hunt for a stuffed toy. Anyway, sweep Gingerbread into the crease. So Gingerbread is, okay, it's that brown shade. So sweep Gingerbread into the crease. Gingerbread into the crease. I'm gonna have to go get that cat, I think. This video is just a very disturbed one. Oh well. Deepen crease with Spice is Nice, then blend into the lower lash line. So Spice is Nice was that, it's, I don't know, it's like almost an orangey brown. So it says deepen crease with this, and then into the lower lash line. So that can go right in there. That Spice is Nice into the lower lash line as well. Sorry, I did some buffing, you probably saw. So that's in there. So next is Smoke Reindeer Paws into inner and outer lid, then smoke into lower lash line. So it says smoke a lot. Warm and Toasty likes the word smoke, I guess because it's warm and toasty. Okay, my thing isn't staying. So reindeer paws it said, so that's reindeer paws. So it wants it on the outer and inner lid and then into the crease. So I need another flat brush. Let's be real, it's dark enough that it'll overpower any color that's on this thing. Really dark actually. So inner and outer lid and then smoke onto lower lash line. say, just quickly, one good thing about Too Faced shadows, which could be a bad thing depending on what you want to do, is if you make a mistake, like I accidentally put some of this too far down. And so I just got this brush with the powdered sugar and Sugar Daddy on this brush and just basically cleaned it up between the two. If you make a mistake, you just blend it out and it can go away. They blend very easily. Of course, the other side of that is if you don't want them to blend, they're gonna blend. They just blend. That's what Too Faced shadows do. So, depends what you want from your shadow. The final step in this is Warm and Toasty onto the center lid. So Warm and Toasty is this gold onto the center lid. Yep, I'm just gonna use this one. It's only had Frostbite Me. If I end up with some little flecks of white through it, that's not a bad thing. It's just onto the center lid. And I'm literally buffing out some of the mistakes I made in the center with reindeer paws with this. And now my hooded eyes immediately start buffing. I start taking it right up. Yep, as you can see in this eye, because I've had this eye closed to do this, let this eye open to do this eye. It's starting to creep up. I didn't put it there. But that's what happens. Hooded eyes. I'll get the phone for you to look at this, and I'll do my wrap up, but oh, it's good. Okay. So this is that look on the phone. As I said, this is already starting to migrate up because of my very hooded eyes. But overall, it is a very nice look. It does look warm and toasty. It does. So when I did the first look at the end of that, which was this one, I was like, oh, I love this look so much. I'm so sad that I did it as the first one because I'm going to have to immediately wipe it off and I can't keep it on. And it's so pretty. I wasn't as sad about wiping off the second look, but I don't really like that style of eye. It looks really good on some eye shapes. I think on mine, because of where my hoods are, the crispness of the crispness, it's not Christmas here. I know this is a Christmas palette, but it's not Christmas. The crispness of the wing sort of gets eaten. I have to do my winged eyeliner in a very specific way to counter that. So that's just a thing with my eyes. This third look, I am glad I made this the third look because it looks amazing. I could keep fiddling with it. There's some bits that are, because of where I went in to fix some stuff up, which I think is actually, it's just my hood. My hood is smudging things. I need to stop fretting. I can't do anything about it. That's what my hood does. That is my only concern with this one. That first one, not that one. The first one, which is this one, because they are so blended into each other. When my hooded eye, like, turns them into blendedness, that's fine. It already is that way. With this one, I fear my hooded eye may sort of ruin the effect a bit, but I don't really care because it is really pretty. So my conclusion on my first Too Faced palettes, following the instruction booklet that came with it, is they all work. Granted, they're all working on my very pale skin, and it's clearly designed for very pale skin. If you had darker skin, I feel like you could still do most of these looks. You just wouldn't do that first step of the applying like powdered sugar or Sugar Daddy right to the brow. You'd just either not do it at all or use a shade that matches your skin tone or is close to your skin tone. But you could definitely do the lower stuff, I think. I can't really say that. I don't have darker skin, so I don't super know. But going by how they went for me and looking at them, I feel like you could. But I have to say, for my first impression of following the instructions that came with the Too Faced palette is they work. It's good instructions. You do need to follow the pictures as well as the instructions. You sort of can't just rely on the words. You have to like look at the picture, look at the words, look at the picture, but they give you the picture. That's not that hard. This is really pretty. I'll see you next time.